Hello and welcome to the Lawrence County Football Show. And last week we had to kind of abridge our show because of the number of programs we had going on at one time, with Sean Spicer being in town, the Canes traveling to Ambridge, and quite literally it was a busy week. So this is week 9 and 10, and let's start with congratulating on a fine season the Laurel Spartans, the Union Scotties, Shenango Wildcats, the Shinnick Lancers, and Elwood City Lincoln Wolverines. Tough year for Laurel. As injuries, and they rode the roller coaster. They were there but needed some things to happen, didn't make it. Union started out great and just ran into that tough single-A conference. And last week, as I was getting something to eat after coming back from Ambridge, I saw the Union buses pulling in at midnight. West Green, too far to travel. WPL and the PIAA need to have their head examined, in my private opinion, and that's wrong. Shenango, tough year for the Cats, and the Lancers, also tough year as they started out with a little bit of a meat grinder and never were able to fully recover. Elwood City Lincoln, no rest for them as they went through their season in that tough Double-A conference. So congratulations and a fine season to all those teams. Better luck as next year rolls around. Now, we're going to take this break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about the teams in the playoffs. The Hurricane, the Warriors, and the Wilmington Greyhounds. But let's take a timeout. We'll be right back. Allie's Upper Crust at 1700 Highland Avenue has a full menu. Pizza, roll-ups, salad, soup, sandwiches, strombolis, dinners. They are just great for dine-in or take-out. Don't forget to give them a call at 724-652-7553. It's Allie's Upper Crust.
Come dine with us, come dine today. If you could use some real good food, there's a place not far away. If you could use a drink or two, or a place to go and play, come to Gallo's Italian Villa today.
A special thank you to Tuscany Square Restaurant, Wilmington and Mitchell Roads, for providing funding for this program. We're back on the Lawrence County Football Show. Let's talk about the Hurricanes. The Hurricane drawing TJ. Now, what can you say about the 9-0 Jaguars? They have equal run-pass capabilities. They're 9-0. They're well respected on a national level with their rating. They're big. Well, all that bolds true. And but the last time I checked, the games are still decided on the field. And the 5-5 Newcastle Red Hurricane come into the game with maybe, let's say this. They've had issues during the season. But the question is, will the real Red Hurricane team please stand up? several times during the season, they're driving the ball and they jump off sides. Nothing the opponent did. They did it to themselves. Driving the ball again, and they lay the ball on the ground. The ball gets loose on the carpet. Once again, nothing the opponent did. They did it themselves. And let's not forget those those interceptions, or not shifting into the proper position. Those are the issues that the Hurricane will have to correct in order to be competitive with the Jaguars. TJ is not going to come out and just, they're going to come out, they're going to come at you. You're going to have to be able to play football, and great luck to the Newcastle Red Hurricane in that game. Kickoff scheduled at 7 o'clock. Now, we're going to take a brief time out as we have a short show today because it's the playoffs. And this will be our last show unless all three teams would go further into the playoffs. And the other two teams we'll talk about in the next segment will be the Warriors of Mohawk and the Wilmington Greyhounds. But first, a timeout to hear from our sponsors.
The Cedars is a great restaurant with outstanding Mediterranean food. The Cedars takeout menu is second to none, featuring pizza, stromboli, hoagies, their famous lamb on the rod, and so much more. So when you're hungry and you want that Newcastle taste, make it Cedars. Now it's in Newcastle, 827 Addis Street on the east side, and all Cedars 724-658-9260. The Crane Room is a restaurant. The Crane Room is a bar. The Crane Room is a banquet facility. The restaurant will please you time after time with their diverse menu. Ask about their daily specials. See the menu at craneroom.com. The bar gives you an abundance of choices with 35 beers on tap and always changing. Their banquet services are always to perfection. The Crane Room, located at 3009 Wilmington Road in Neshannock Township. Call 724-656-1553.
We're back with the Lawrence County Football Show and the Mohawk Warriors taking on Seton LaSalle. 8-2 versus 5-5. The game's at Mohawk. And their common opponent is Burgettstown. I really wonder how much that matters. And I'll tell you why. The Mohawk Warriors started off the season like gangbusters. As they just went ripping through everybody on their way to the last two games. Now, the last two games of the season for Mohawk just didn't matter. They were scrimmage games. They were crossover games, and so Mohawk loses to Burgettstown on something that's not really a contentious game. Now, Seton LaSalle, their record against everybody else, they were kind of blown out, and didn't face too many, what do I want to say, quality wins. So look for the Warriors. They're at home on the reservation, and they could be on the warpath to take out Seton LaSalle. Now, also, District 10, Wilmington versus Greenville. And Wilmington 8-1. And the team that made Wilmington mad was Farrell. As Farrell stepped up and smacked him on the second game of the season. And after that point, the Hounds were never the same. They just buried everybody in their path. They didn't look back. They just got up and smashed people. And Greenville, they're 3-6, and they have a characteristic of the season as they lost big. Don't look for them to do anything different tonight other than lose big to the Greyhounds while the game is in the pound out there at New Wilmington. And I have a feeling that the Hounds will be ready for this one. Now, that was the Lawrence County Football Show, and I want to thank you for tuning in this season. It was great having you, and here's hoping you get out to some games, get out to some playoff games as long as they remain close, and just enjoy Western Pennsylvania and Western Pennsylvania football. Thanks to District 7 in WPL, District 10 in the PIAA, and everybody involved that makes Pennsylvania football and Western Pennsylvania football something special. So for the Lawrence County Football Show, I'm Angelo Parada. Now let's go out to the games.